Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. In the previous episode, we kicked Derazan's teeth in. I actually realize now that I still left it misspelled in the title of the previous video, which I may or may not remember, but I'm going to try and get that fixed in time. Now, the Queen is trying to send us off to be killed, but we know that there are other portals out of here, so I would be remiss if we didn't enter the Nexus. Yeah, you thought I was going to say something else. Admit it. You thought I was going to say something else.
The commander has stepped through the rift, and now there is no going back. Onward, to solitude, to the unknown, to the abyss.
Champion, how extraordinary. I sensed a surge in the power within you the moment you stepped into the rift. I was there, following you into the abyss, but it was as though I suddenly found myself in the blessed expanses of the upper planes. The angel turns his head and surveys the bleak landscape that has been revealed to you. His movements are growing tense, and even the soft, golden glow that usually emanates from him is fading. So that's where this rift leads, to the realm of the most cunning of all the demon lords. This location is familiar to me, but that fact brings me neither joy nor consolation. You shiver. The abyss is the home of slavery, pain, evil, and violence. You feel how far Caden Kalian is from you at this moment, and how disgusted he must be with all that takes place here. Ivo looks around in fear and then attempts to curl up into a ball. One day, the legions of the righteous will march through this plane and trample its residents to dust. Alas, we won't live long enough to witness that day, but we can bring it closer by completing our mission. Darren stands with one arm slung across his chest. He seems to be listening intently to something only he can hear. The commander has been banished to the abyss by the grace of the illustrious Queen of Mendev. Uprooted from his life and sent on a mission to a strange and alien world. You didn't foresee that little twist, did you? And how could you? It's not as if you've ever seen my dearest cousin Galfrey behave in such a high-handed manner with anyone else. Then again, who needs all this lamenting? Words and sentiments like these are appropriate between relatives or lovers, and you and I fall into neither category. The former to my relief, and the latter to my eternal disappointment. We are in the abyss, which is the worst possible setting for any kind of a dalliance. No, I think that's about it. So, what is our plan? We need to find the source of the Nahindran crystals and destroy it forever, if possible. We know for certain that the crystals were transported to the world womb through the rift that we used to get here. What we must do right now is take a thorough look around. We need to understand what this place is and what they are doing with the crystals here, whether they were creating them or mining them or bringing them here from elsewhere. I would also like to know who was in charge of the demons on this side of the rift. There still may be traces here, or even some documents or witnesses. Okay. Let's go. Be careful, champion. I will wait for you here. Ooh. So just a freebie mythic point, huh? Before we go on. Let's see. Complete ones. Apparently this quest fails if you do the I don't remember what the place is. If you go and trying to find the source of if you go and fight, what is his name? Xanther Vang. If you go after him, this quest will fail. Apparently, this leads you to what is one of Sela's friends, the woman who ran away a long time ago. So that's something that that's someone who could have been saved, but I don't really care about her anyway. Unfortunately, I didn't maximize all my crusade stats, but we are still kicking teeth every single time. So, well, there was one I couldn't actually beat, but that's neither here nor there. So, I'm just going to try and handle this as quickly as possible, and I'll see you guys once we've got the mythic points settled, because these may be pretty crucial at this point. And we are back. You may be wondering why. Oh, why am I looking at a rock wall? May I present to you Aifu? Yes, she's much bigger than she used to be. I don't know what else that gives her, but it gave her, giving Maro the mythic point not only made her larger, but gave her second level spells consisting of aid, cure moderate wounds, and pretty sure there was something else. Well, we could check. Yeah, and remove paralysis. I actually need to add that one. I had her give herself aid, so since that's going to be selfish, probably should put that there. Get rid of that. And same thing, so here. She also gained the ability Frightful Presence. It doesn't say much, but I'm pretty sure I know what it does. Oh, you have no idea how surprised I was when I saw that she had gotten bigger. So good. So, to make things quick, we gave these two greater abundant casting. He now deals AoE damage when he crits, because there isn't a single fight he hasn't crit in yet. Him we gave Inspirational Leader. Her we gave... I genuinely don't remember. What did we give Sela? Enduring spells, which I am not entirely sure actually works on spells you cast on yourself. The only other thing I could give her, well, there were two things. I could have given her leading strikes or something like that, and additional uses of her smite evil ability, which only would have given us another single use of the one that lets everyone take advantage of that effect. I don't remember the name of it. And Morrow, he got a lot actually. As a matter of fact, let's make sure he didn't get anything else here. Okay. So I got him Greater Abundant Casting as well, which gives additional spell slots to the 7th, 8th, and 9th levels. Mostly because I really want him to have something else to do. He also got Azada abilities, which are quick. His Azada levels are quickly catching up to his Druid levels, but anyway. Since Ember can give everyone true seeing, I'm not worried about that. I don't have a lot of dinosaur bone, and I don't know if it's possible to buy any more, so I'm not going to invest in that. Probably put that here. Yeah, we've got that bolstered, so that's fine. Summons 4 centipede swarms. I don't know what it looks like. Therefore, I don't know how effective it'll actually be. Firestorm is bolstered, so is Sunbeam. Oh, so is Tarpool. Let's actually get some of that. Anything else? I guess I could go for another one of these. We are very, very close to getting level 15. We'll probably end up getting that in this very video. But first, let's tend to the new spells we've acquired. I gave him he had to choose between several first level spells, and this is the best that we had. I also had to choose another one for the second level. This is the best that there was. Then there's the third level, which gave us just all of this. I had to choose Good Hope and Overwhelming Grief, because Overwhelming Grief allows me to reduce an enemy's armor class by 2 if, well, 1, if they fail their will save, and if they're not immune to mind effects, compulsion, emotion, negative emotion, you know. I also got Good Hope because why not? It's basically equivalent to casting heroism on everyone. What really annoys me though is that none of these are affected by Greater Abundant Casting, which I could see my way to accepting that if I'm pretty sure I got Abundant Casting for these levels as well by when I first got the Azada Mythic class. So I'm going to be really disappointed when I find out that Greater Abundant Casting or Abundant Casting, none of those affect your Mythic class spell books, which would be weird. Anyway, let's focus on the spells themselves. Here we have Believe in Yourself. The spell grants a target +1 morale bonus to chosen ability. Aha, so something like trickery, perception, I guess. Could work. Good Hope, we already know. Here we have Nature's Grasp, which is an offensive spell. The enemy has to pass a reflex saving throw or be ensnared in tree roots. While in this state, the enemy cannot move, has a 50% miss chance on all attacks, as if their opponent had total concealment, and in each round they try to pass another reflex saving throw to break free. If it fails, they suffer 1 to 6 plus half of the Azada's caster level, which is 5. So that'd be... No, it would say per half of the Azada's caster level. Anyway. So that'd be 1 to 6 plus 5. So, yeah. A maximum of 11 bludgeoning damage. Not very good. Here we have Optimistic Smile. All creatures within a 30-foot burst centered on a target creature. Azada's Smile encourages optimism. This spell removes all fear, confusion, compulsion, shaken, and frightened effects from party members. Technically misspelled form is a word, but doesn't belong here anyway, and grants immunity to fear until the end of combat. And then we have Rainbow Dome. With this spell, the Azada chooses to create one of 5 possible 10-foot rainbow domes, and while within it, party members get immunity either to fire, cold, acid, electricity, or sonic damage. That's pretty good. I actually have no more...
I will not falter.
I have no more spell slots for that, though. I could replace this, and then just... Let's see... It's level 3... Rainbow Dome... Nature's Grasp only relies... Oh, that's a really low reflex. That's not good. I like Believe in Yourself and Optimistic Smile, but I've got nowhere for either of those to go right now. And that's it. For now, at least. Who knows how many opportunities we'll have to gain more mythic levels here. For now, though. The stone at the entrance to these gates looks worn, so there's no doubt that they saw frequent use. This once used to be a working portal, but now the gates are inactive and lifeless. Oh, I see what this is. Anyway, how do we get down from here? Why would you bring me all the way over here when where I need to be is all the way over here? Ridiculous. Let's quick save and see what's up with this. The stones of the arch emit a revolting high-pitched shriek. In response to these vibrations, the particles of ash and grit under your feet float upward. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind, at the heart of which an ember of magic flame ignites. The flame becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. You see buildings that seem to be caught in an endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruin, islands that float in the ether, and alleyways that disappear and reappear again in a different location a few moments later. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes its expression every second. Here and there you see other glints of light flashing on the city's streets. After you look closer, you realize that the lights radiate from other arches similar to the one before you. The gold coin with Baphomet's mark, the one that's currently in my inventory after having ripped it from the lifeless corpse of Derazand. Oh, which it actually says that right here, which you found on Derazand's body. Reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item set to resonate magically with the arch, possibly serving as a tool of some sort. How about we figure out what we're seeing exactly? You notice that the entire city seems to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with the arches serving as artifacts, allowing you to access the alien network. Interacting with the arches seems to require formulating a clear request in your mind, at which point the magic will transfer you to another portal along the network. She'll never do it, but fails, naturally. It's quite obvious that this strange construct was not designed for mundane use, only transporting users to specific arches that they are allowed to visit. It's likely that some kind of system of magical marks is used, quite possibly shaped into tangible objects, to provide access to various arches. Before you get one such token, all the destination points will be closed to you. For now, God dang it, that's not... Okay. I actually want to go do some exploring. Really? Well, that's that, I guess. I'm considering going back into the cave to see if there's anything we may have been forced to walk past, but... oh, why not? Let's quick save, shall we? Where the frick? See? What the spell-gorging flower. Interesting. Demon blood. Good, good, good. And a succubus who seems to be having a hard time. Hey, buddy. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes, her lips crusted with blood release a groan. You... Baphomet's spawn. Run. Run through your portal. You run too, Handsonic. You think you're strong, but Our Lady in Shadow is stronger. She will get her revenge. Anyway. I don't want to do this purely on the basis that it's a good action. Who did this to you? I'm assuming it's Handsonic, but what can you do? Yep. We have to go back and talk to... is it... Anyway, we have to go back and talk to the angel waiting outside. What were Baphomet's spawn doing here? Crystals? They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack the Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. Our enemies fight each other in the abyss instead of attacking the Larian with their joined forces. That was to be expected, but it is still nice to hear. They just got here and we're already tangled up in some web of intrigue. How's that for dumb luck? The ones who maimed you, where did they go? Through the portal. The succubus's green eyes bright. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. Having lost the last of her strength, the succubus drops her head onto her chest. Then she adds in a wheezing voice, my key. I've gotten hidden in a lesser shaft. Not the one with the bones. And another one in a bigger shaft among the tools. Find them. Follow their trail through the portal. I don't know how much leeway I have, and we're about to level up. Let me be clear, I don't want to do this out of the goodness of my heart. I want to do it because I fully expect her to go forth and take advantage of her new lease on life and get revenge on the people who wronged her, therefore making future fights, or a future fight, easier for me. Again, I'm not someone who's just... I'm chaotic, okay? So, I still don't want to do it because... I did quick save, right? Oddly, the healing powers have no visible effect. She just moans, slightly shakes her head, and stares at you with her dull green eyes. She is in great pain. Why should the world have so much pain? Her eyes fill with tears. I don't imagine that she has anything good on her soul. I mean, I could check, but it seems like a lot of work for something I only half care about. Now for this. I guess we're off to look for keys then. Please just let there not be another playful darkness. A midden of enormous bones that likely came from giants. Here and there rusty slave collars glint in the dust. Crystallized demonic rage. These half-rotten remains of a giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Since we've saved already, we'll call it in for a penny, in for a pound, and make do with that. What's Suture doing here? You hear some muttering coming from the pile of bones.
Gone. They're all gone. And left me with nothing. I've been searching and searching, but there's not even a trace.
A large giant skull shakes, and an old acquaintance of yours, the dredge called the Suture, climbs out from under it, grumbling and groaning. He notices you. He blinks, and then he says in a tone of extreme melancholy,
"Oh, it's you."
"What you doing?"
"Can't you see for yourself? I've been browsing decorations for my newest luxurious palace with a view of Ishiar's best beaches."
Then, without missing a beat, he states wistfully,
"I was on my way to see Mistress Virelli, but I can't teleport when I'm like this. Every lousy boomerang can do it, but I can't. All I could do was reach the Midnight Fane and slip into the rift, but now I can't go no further. So I've been searching for portal keys."
We know what this place is. This is where they were mining crystals. I guess we could go with it. Well, I'm curious about these bones, not these bones. Maybe it'll give me some information. No. Yeah. I'm here to find the source of the Nahindrian crystals. Do you know anything about that?
"Well, you've just found one. Good for you."
The Suture sweeps his arm in a wide circle.
"This is the mine where they used to dig the crystals, but it was long ago. They depleted it and then they left."
We know that they... Well... Are there many other mines like this one?
"There are several more on this island, as far as I can see. As far as I could see, but... And they all must have been depleted too. Baphomet's gang wouldn't have left this place if they even had a slim chance of finding more crystals. As for there being more mines elsewhere, I don't know."
How long have demons known the secret of the crystals?
"What is this secret you're talking about? Those crystals can be used in many ways. If you're talking about magic powers that can be extracted from a crystal and poured into a demon, no one could ever do it before my mistress. Even now, only a select few know how to do it. My mistress, I mean, Lords Baphomet and Descari are no fools to share that kind of knowledge with the entire abyss."
I see. Is Aurelu around here somewhere?
"You're a funny lad. My mistress, she's like the wind. One moment she's here and the next she's gone. She loves coming to to the abyss. I would have found her by now if I could get out to fear."
Let's just get these over. And I'm out of here.
"You know what? You better look around really closely. Mayhap you'll find a key. A portal key. It looks like a faded piece of glass, but it's filled with power. But if it's filled with power, it'll shine purple. I'll walk around too. Search some more."
The giant's bones look like they've been gnawed on. Wunderbar. Key to the Nexus portals, got that. The stone is gouged and crumbled, and traces of glowing purple dust can be seen in several places. Wow, just what I was looking for. The hide of the mythic of a magical creature, that's what it was. And then we have Boots of Stampede. The wearer of these boots adds their rank in athletics and their athletic skill as bonus to the damage roll on a successful charge attack. I don't do charge attacks though. No one does charge attacks. Also, his athletics rank is 12. Not a whole lot of value there. Oh, I am hungry. But I've still got another video to record before I can actually, well, eat, you know? Where's the way out of here? Yeah, it's definitely this way. We have to go and talk to the Herald of Iomedae, or Hand of Iomedae. I don't really care what his name is supposed to be. He's this way. Champion! Regarding our mission, I have reasons to believe that the Mahindrian crystals were mined right here in the mines. You know, as the name implies. So, the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals can be mined from the soils of the abyss, as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity, and those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. I know the name of the person who was in charge of the mines. Handsonic. Handsonic herself. Anger rings in the hand of the inheritor's voice. I know her. She's an old and dangerous adversary, a Nephilim, a spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped onto is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Derazan, were just officers in the Abyssal Army, whereas Handsonic is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I am not surprised that she is behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. A dying succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula's and Baphomet's servants. Juicy gossip, if I do say so myself. I am not at all surprised. The alliances between the demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance. We must learn more about what is going on. I've got a key to the portal that the demons who mined the crystals apparently used to leave this place. Can I get that back? Because apparently I'm the one who's going to be doing all of the actual work. Let me look at it. The angel examines the flat piece of clouded crystal. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. I mean, how is he supposed to know what would happen? Frankly, I'm curious. Can we make trees grow? Unlikely to work. Portals are unlike the seal in Dresden, cannot be swept away. I've learned everything I wanted to know in this place. It's time to open the portal and press on. It's just though I could have sworn there were some other options. I guess not. The portal begins.
begins to glow brightly, and the hand of the Inheritor gestures forward, his hand clenched in a fist. Onward, wherever this road may lead us. After approaching the portal, the angel freezes. Heavens above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Alushinyrra, the city of Nocticula. That's where our enemies were heading. Yeah, sort of lost it at the end there.
You think you're quick, eh? Well, I'm quicker.
The angel's blade is just a moment too late to touch the skin of the demon who rushes into the portal. That cunning creature has stolen our key. The portal is inactive again. I swear, even the lowest of the abyssal creatures are disgusting and despicable. We'd have been through there already if you hadn't stopped to marvel. Dingus. This portal leads to Alushinyrra. What could this mean? It means we will be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Alushinyrra is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It's a little safer, or rather, a little less dangerous than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nocticula loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, her black heart won't even skip a beat. We must be twice, even thrice, as careful in this nest of sin. Sure, why not? Will we have to move onward altogether? I do not think that will be necessary. We need an outpost in the abyss, and it would be best if we build it right here, far from demonic settlements and close to an active portal that will allow us to return here at any time. All your companions that are currently unoccupied should take care of guarding and setting up the camp. There must be a second key. We need to find it. Let's do that then, he said, standing perfectly still. Welcome back once again. Well, second or third time, I don't know. Anyway, I spent, about an hour running around in the Midnight Fang. I found some extra enemies, killed them, got that XP, but that's apparently not where I was supposed to go. Where I was supposed to go was here. Yeah.
Godspeed.
Well, at least I got that XP, right? Wait, while I'm thinking about it.
I like you.
Yep.
Let us listen.
So the entire trek back to the Midnight Fang was completely pointless. I thought she was talking about one of the areas back there, but apparently not. But again, I did find 3, 4, 5 enemies. Nope, 6 enemies that I hadn't killed. They're dead now. Oh, I did get something of interest from them, though. In addition to some decent spells, we also got this, the full plate of Spell Nullify, which grants 23 spell resistance. That's pretty good. I've got no one to give it to, but what can you do? Give it to Seela, you say. Well, the thing is, Seela's armor makes her do more damage. I like that more.
Yes, let's move this along.
Let me tell you something, champion. We are going to Alushinyrra, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and the Nahindrian crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Handsonic has something to do with all this, we'll need another demon that matches her powers. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we know that there is a conflict brewing between Nocticula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in this dark place, but I have prepared for this. The angel seems truly proud of his plan. I will cast a spell on myself so that not a single denizen of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me. Invisible, I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best I can. And the demons will be unaware of my presence. Now, let us go, by the light and the sword.
Call me again if you need to.
Judging by the surroundings, these are the slums of Alushinyrra, Nocticula's capital city. The abode of beggars and vagabonds. It is impossible to descend any further except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. Before we progress any further, let's get her back. And nope, that's it. So at this point, some of our buffs will have worn off, but there's little I can...
Look, another mortal. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Alushinyrra's guests nowadays.
Merchants, travelers, demonologists, every kind of filth.
Right, all just strutting around gawking. One of them approached me the other day and asked, "I'm sorry, I'm lost. Can you please show me the way back to the middle city?"
Anyway. Knick-knack, paddywhack, stink rat. Finding your way around Alushinyrra. In this strange abyssal realm, space itself sometimes behaves in weird, unexpected ways. By turning the camera to south, north, east, or west, you can change the city itself around you, opening new paths. You know, I like this just for a thumbnail. We'll do this so we can show that there's actually someone here. I probably won't actually use that as a thumbnail. I don't know what's going to happen.
I did it! It happens sometimes.
The abyss is chaos. Everything in it is constantly changing in both appearance and nature. Even the architect of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle. Architecture of the city is in constant motion. This is the guiding principle of its design. I want that. what? Okay. It would be nice if there were some merchants around.
We march ahead.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we have a book that grants extra dexterity. I don't have any idea who to give it to, though, so it's sort of a mess. But it's not like it's going anywhere, so there's no real concern. Guess, let's check the tavern.
Our path leads on.
What an awkward transition. Prismatic ring. Glad I came here. Presuming it's of actual value, that is.
Can't hide from me.
So there's a trap. The switch for it is back this way.
I'm all ears. Well, this didn't go well.
Jeez, it's a 40. Quick saving, by the way. I have no idea what that trap will do, and I would prefer not to find out. Oh, now he's dead. Someone...
You require my counsel?
Yes, let's call it that.
By your order. The end.
Ah, you'll be fine. It's just a disintegration spell.
Forget it.
You only have to roll a 30. Come on.
Well, this didn't go well. The mongrel did it.
And it was only barely worth it. Nice. I guess we can talk to this named character here, but for now I just want to explore this place. Alright, who are you? Greeting you with a nod is a middle-aged sorceress with short dark hair, a skinny face, and prominent cheekbones that bring to mind images of predatory birds. Despite the dark circles under her eyes and her overall worn-out look. Her voice sounds friendly and welcoming. Hey, you're not a local, are you? Have you come from Galarian? That makes us fellow countrymen, since I hail from Absalom. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Magister Melara, a certified specialist in resolving magic-related issues, and the captain of an airship called Starcatcher III.
Let's see what you're made of.
What's a sorceress from Absalom doing in this rat hole in the middle of the abyss? For a couple of seconds, the woman's gaze grows distant and a bitter expression appears on her face before quickly fading. I suppose you could say that I'm trying to cheat my own fate. In the current stage of my life, the abyss seems like the best port to call home for me. There aren't a lot of experienced and, at the same time, trustworthy captains around here, so I never sit idle. You seem honest. How do you manage to survive in this place? Frowning a little, Melara crosses her arms in a resolute gesture. I see what you're getting at. You're asking how a captain who doesn't grab everything that isn't bolted down, a captain that doesn't steal cargo and doesn't throw passengers overboard, how can they survive surrounded by a gang of bloody pirates? My answer is simple. My principles protect me. I strictly follow the unwritten aeronaut code. I never ignore those in distress, I never attack other vessels, and I honor the integrity of the cargo that I am entrusted with. Maybe I look like an idiot to the other captains, but I don't care. My doggedness earns their respect, even if it also provokes their ire. Besides, they know that I'm stubborn and I'll defend myself to the very end. I suppose that's the real reason why they haven't slit my throat and seized my ship yet. Tell me more about you and your ship. I can understand your curiosity. You won't find another ship like Starcatcher III in the Abyss. Actually, captains like me are a rarity here as well, for obvious reasons. Who works on the ship? Asking WeArEuS how she ended up here, the face of the sorceress becomes grim. Her words seem to come from somewhere cold and remote, as if from the grave. I was once a member of the Alushinyrra, the most prestigious magic academy in Absalom. Back then I was a captain too, and I delivered special cargo and passengers at my colleague's request. I'd been assigned to a risky and extremely important rescue mission on the plain of Abaddon. I had to rescue a group of Pathfinders who had gotten into hot water there. I literally ripped them out of the claws of the Gravedigger, the Herald of Xiphus. That's someone we've got to fight later on. God of accidental and pointless death. And he never forgave me for that show of disrespect. He put a curse on me. People around me started dying, both those I cared about and those I'd never even heard of. News of horrible, pointless, and tragic accidents that cut lives unnaturally short followed me wherever I went. But nothing happened to me. I managed to get out of trouble, any trouble, without a scratch, even when violence raged all around. I tried to get rid of my curse, but no one could lift it. Soon after that, Starcatcher I was wrecked in a terrible storm. Then I decided to go into voluntary exile to stay away from the plains where civility, mercy, and common sense are valued. Here in the Abyss, I can at least avoid mourning those whose lives are cut short due to my curse. Besides, the Abyss is insane and bloody enough even without me, so my cruel fate can add very little to this crazy whirlwind of aggression. Bland listens to the tale with rapt attention, without moving a single muscle and seemingly even forgetting to breathe. This is the first time I've seen a real captain. Tell me, how does it feel to, well... Bland stops, unable to find the right words. With a soft smile, Melara supplies the rest. To be an aeronaut? How can I describe it, lad? It's just the best job in the whole world. Ooh, more stuff to pull from its location.
That is quite a discovery.
Well now. I should probably get to healing Regil, but I just can't bring myself to do it. There's nothing and no one else of interest here. I suppose we'll go back outside through this door then. The flow of lava rushing from the Alushinyrra to the ocean originates somewhere at the very top of the city. Bye-bye. The sounds around you fade and the world is plunged into eerie silence. Street noise never ceases on Alushinyrra, but even it has disappeared. You're surrounded by thick and impenetrable darkness from which three pairs of shimmering eyes observe you. A sibilant whisper reaches your ears. Explain yourself. I do not have to explain anything. Let's go with 4. I am an inscrutable enigma.
I like enigmas. Enigmas are fun to solve. I am mysterious. I kill.
The monster's whispered hiss sounds more like an icy blast of wind than human speech. It is impossible to say whether it is boasting, threatening, or simply stating a fact.
Minago the Lilitu purchased your death. Incomprehensible. You are immortal. Killing you is easy. Why did she not kill you herself? Why me? A trap. An opportunity. An enigma.
I don't really think he can make this check. Hey, we could do this. I've got at least 100,000 gold on me. But it seems he's more interested in the enigma. This gets right to the heart of the matter rather than going with this one, so one shouldn't underestimate mortals. I twice defeated Minago.
Clearer now. Even more perplexing now. How could a mortal defeat a Lilitu? Trickery. I cannot be tricked. I am here. I will kill you easily.
I think we can manage that. It requires a 5 or higher, though. Frankly, I'd like to kill the guy. It'd be a very nice way to end the video. And it would give me an out to actually end the video. Whereas otherwise I was sort of, just going to keep wandering until something happens. And what do you know, here we are. Now we could go with this, but while this may fail, I would feel remiss if I didn't go for the possible fail. Darren, could you please intimidate this man? Minago sent you to your death. I have laid waste to armies of demons. You cannot hope to overpower me. succeeding at the intimidate check. Nazir says, Minago is afraid of you. Why? Something is wrong. The monster lapses into puzzled silence. Minago is not a lord, just a client. The deal can be terminated, but there is a condition. Frankly, I'd have probably gotten more XP just from killing the guy. Then I'd be able to spend that level up point, and I wouldn't have to worry about any good or evil decisions. Ooh. Reputation. A cheated customer means a ruined reputation. Kill Minago. No client. No contract. No problem. We have a deal. Where is she? I'm actually going to probably come back and try and fight this guy. Just because. I mean, why the frick not, right? But that's for later. Right now, we have a deal. Where is she? A house in the lower city appears in your mind. Find her there. Come and kill her. The monster silently vanishes. Your ears are once again filled by the ceaseless din of Alushinyrra's streets. Hey, oh! But I want to see if he has any nice items, or if he's just going, I hope I can kill him and get nice items from him. I can also look it up and save myself all of that time spent. But, what can you do? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I have levels to distribute, level up points. Anyway, there are points to be distributed, and videos, and secondary, and I have another video to record. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. I know this one wasn't flashy and full of blood and guts, but maybe the next video will, you know? I doubt it, but maybe. We've now accepted a contract to go ahead and kill Minago. I sort of have to do that now, because otherwise that guy's going to come back, and that's just a load of trouble I may or may not want at that point in time. I should probably pause it so I don't lose any more time on my buffs. I also have to heal Virelli because, well, that's something that has to be done. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.
You see